Oh my god, I'm off. The best way to start a stream is to be attacked by a mini Mothra. Okay. So, here we go. I think everything is on, kind of. It looks like there's like a little weird angle, but I've been messing around with the cameras and where everything's placed, so it's a little different than usual. Let me just clear that off. Today I'm going to be working on some Funko Pop commissions and possibly some box design. Oh, Danny, hi. Oh, a little ramen bowl. I love those. Okay, let's see here. I got distracted and didn't do my prep work because I was cleaning up the messes that I made for myself. So let's see what's on the table. Now I definitely want to work on a Garth. Let's see. To start, I wanted to thank you so much because you've got me inspired and I've started customizing pops myself. Awesome! The more the merrier. There's so much fun stuff that you could do with customizing. So that is really cool. If you need cheap parts without committing to like a full pop, for like 10 bucks, actually have an Etsy shop specifically for Funko parts that are like $3 a head or $2 a body. Like there's a bunch of sales and stuff randomly going on. In case you want to just buy a bunch of cheap parts to practice technique on, so that you could get your circles down for eyeballs and all that and stuff. But it's on Etsy. It's Sid's Toy Chest, which is like Sid from Toy Story. The ultimate customizer. But yeah, definitely give that a check out. I think when I do a little like break, there's a link to the shop. Actually, what am I doing? I could just link the shop now. I don't need the fancy buttons and stuff that do things. I just haven't figured them out yet. Etsy, Sid's Toy Chest. Etsy.com / Sid's Toy Chest. Hey, there it is. Oh, sick. Good to know. Yeah, totally. Let me just drop that link here in the chat. And it actually is, I have to log in? What? No, I refuse to log in my own stream. Where is it? Let's see. Here we go. Funko body parts. There we go. I need to set up like the little like you push a button and it's like, hey, join us on such and such thing, like all the different websites that I see all the other streamers have. Until then, I'll just copy and paste links into the chat. But yeah, tons of just cheap body parts. If I have a shit ton of them, I'll sometimes just do a sale where it's like they're $1 a piece just to get them moving. So those are great to test out. Learning how to cut arms off or legs off or like extend legs if you want to make a taller pop. Those are fun to play with. And also a bunch of vaulted parts too. And a portion of all the sales each month, I buy some supplies or just donate the cash to the Portland Mission, which is like a homeless shelter that takes care of a lot of the homeless population on the Burnside area. So it's like best of both worlds. Get body parts and help feed some people. So let's see here. I have a bunch of body parts. I have rice that's cooking in the background, and my producer is here today, off in the corner.
Trying to figure out how to turn on the stove.
How to turn off the stove?
On.
Oh, on the stove. 1 second. I live in an RV, so nothing is the way it should be. So let me turn on the stove for my producer. My producer slash fiance.
I can't figure it out.
Okay. So pile it on. Like this.
Oh. No, I don't need the oven.
Oh, the stove! Yes, the stove is not the oven. Jeez, sorry. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just. They're all so warm. So you just turn it to light, and then well, it should spark, but it didn't. It's supposed to just do that and turn on, but instead it's right out. Suddenly, oh no, there we go. I just didn't turn it on.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah.
Continue.
All right. So this is the curry portion of the show, because the rice is going, and the vegetables are vegetabling, and now the curry is going to be currying. It's curry on, my wayward sons. If the RV is rocking, don't bother knocking. See, that's the thing though, I'm so heavy-footed, it's always rocking. I just got big feet. Okay, so we have, I think I'm going to start off with Garth from Supernatural. He is a pop. A lot of the pops that I'm doing tonight that I'm going to be working on are for Patreon supporters. On the public shop, I pulled all the listings, and I'm transitioning to doing new design customs only for Patreon supporters, because I just got so overwhelmed that I could not keep up, and my turnaround time was like 4 months for a custom pop. So this way it'll give me some semblance of a personal life, so I'm not working 16-hour days anymore. And yeah, just some days off every once in a while would be nice. So we have this Garth. The head is actually already done. It's all based, it's all clear coated, and it was actually signed by the actor who plays the character on Supernatural, DJ Qualls. So that part is all done. I just need to adjust the mic. Actually, pull in here. And there's not too much that needs to be done on this piece. I was working on it earlier. So I sculpted his sock puppet. Let me actually pull up the reference photo here. I forgot to do my homework for the stream. Garth, custom Funko. Let's see if I'm the first one that pops up. And I am. Okay. Such a fucking fool of myself. Alright. Save. Rather than actually organize my folders, I'll just Google myself for everything. It makes it a lot easier. Okay, save and open with Photoshop. There we go. So that's what the finished piece will look like. So there's not too much more work I have to do on this. I painted his boots and his jeans. There's just a little touch up there. I'll have to actually put him together and just do his shirt and all the painting on my little sculpted Mr. Fizzle's sock puppet. So let's get that started. I am going to move this head to the side because this is for a client, and I do not want to fuck up that signature because we don't know when conventions are going to happen soon, so I'm not going to see DJ anytime soon, who is an absolute fucking treasure, and you should all love him as much as I do. He's so great. Silly. Okay, so jackets, he has a light green. Let me put my gun away. So let's actually use this. This is the same green. We're just gonna whiten it up a little bit. Ew. Now, obviously, I do not need a lot. A little goes a long way with this. I am in such a good mood. I'm like painting and creating art, and I look over to my left, and my fiance is standing there making dinner, got my dog behind me doing dog shit. Well, not dog shit, but chewing on her toy. It's a good day. Let the body hit the floors moment. I was toying with the idea of having the DNC stream up while I was streaming because I want to watch it, but I'm just gonna watch that tomorrow since it's YouTube and I can watch that at any time. But I figured that was a quick way to turn chat really political and argumentative really quickly, so we'll just avoid all that, and this could just be our happy painting place. Okay. Yeah. Right now the dog is just staring at Alicia now. Just waiting for the moment, just for a vegetable to drop. And she will swoop in. Monster. Okay, I'm just gonna move this stuff a little closer to me. How about this music? At some point I'm gonna talk to some bands and just be like, I just want some metal for my stream. It would just make me so happy just to listen to metal while I work. But I need to find bands that will let me stream their music for free or cheaply, or else it'll get muted when I transfer it to YouTube. We don't want that. It's like, is that bird in the song or is that bird out here? Now, a wise person would wait for the light green paint to dry before painting the dark green paint right next to it. But I think I have pretty good brush control, so I'm just going to not do that. But especially if you're just starting out and working with paints, it's probably best to let each coat dry in between, because if the dark green hits that light green, then you're going to have to go back over it with the light green once it actually dries. So it'll just be easier to just have to do it once. You know this. So many spices. Is there a particular one that you would like?
Nope, I'm just putting these back.
Okay. I have other hidden spices too. So we're doing a vegetable curry tonight that I'll be eating on stream because I don't know how to take care of things like that before I stream. I mean, who's gonna eat at like 6 in the evening? Who does that? None copyrighted metal music works. I bet you do. Yeah, well, it's like I know a lot of bands, so I think if I talk to them and work something out, I can have it. I mean, basically, I really just need like 3 hours of music. So if I could put together an album of like local artists and stuff, it'd be kind of cool, because then I can have like a little thing on the screen to direct you to like who this song is by and where you could check out their shit, but then also have music that's not like Enya playing in my ears while I'm working. There's actually an album that I got today in the mail from an artist I really like that I usually listen to while I'm working by myself, but this is like the actual first CD I've owned in I don't even know how many years, but it's VT100 and they're on Spotify and stuff. But this is like, it's a pre-release. The album doesn't actually come out until 2021, but they sent me a copy, and I'm thanked in it. You probably can't see that, the video's kind of crappy, but it's like it's electronic music, but it's done with like a lot of MIDI players and stuff, and music taken, like bits taken from the actual equipment used to make the music for NES games, like back in the 80s. So it's pretty cool stuff. But I would love to be able to play some of VT100's albums on there. So we'll see if I can get that rolling. Get them, get some metal bands. We'll just get a lot of energy. Okay, so that light green has dried just enough to where I could put another layer without it smearing the first one. Oh my god, that smells so good. Sorry to talk about my dinner, but I like food a lot. So I will always be talking about food. Oh, right, there's another thing. I actually need to turn it on. So each week, as I struggle to pull up internet, each week to kind of... No, what is going on? Etsy, stop. Each week there's going to be a special listing that is only up on the Etsy shop while I'm streaming. And it is for either a hell of a sale, or it is for a currently unreleased item. So, let me see. It's thinking. My computer's being super slow. So tonight on the Etsy shop right now, if you go to it, MistyFigs.etsy.com, there is a enamel pin that is being released in September. That is live right now. The listing has the big old like Twitch plug thing on it, but it's for an Ebola enamel pin of the anti-possession sigil from Supernatural with white enamel and rainbow metal. Let me actually grab one real quick here. Not run over dog. While that's cycling. So yeah, it's like they're white enamel, but then the metal itself, that you're not going to be able to see because of this camera, is rainbow. Each pin is unique because of the process that they do. Just gives it different blues and purples and greens. This one has kind of like a blue, purple, and copper look to it, and this one's like very like blue and purple. But yeah, that listing is live right now on the Etsy, and as soon as the stream's gone, that listing will be gone too. They're $8 a piece with a backer card, and when they're released in September, they'll actually be $10, so it's a little bit of a discount too for my Twitch peeps. So yeah, ads are over. More painting, less selling. I'm a barker, what can I say? Grew up working in flea markets, so you're lucky if you'll get me to shut up about merch ever. Okay, so we're moving on to a light gray for Mr. Fizzles. Mr. Fizzles! Am I still on camera? Yeah, okay. See, this little square is a chuck send for knowing that I'm on my mark. Now the sculpting medium that I used a 2-part epoxy. So you have about like a half an hour to sculpt all your details before it gets too hard to work with. And I use it turns gray as you mix it. So it's already gray, but I want to give it just a little darker. Still light, but just darker enough to look like the actual sock puppet. Little buddy. I think I can actually zoom in the camera. Cause it's so small. Let's see here. Zoom. Oh, yeah. Okay. But then I really have to paint like right here. Let's see if I can do that. It's kind of a stretch for my hands. Alright. That'll be nice. Instead of trying to see it from so damn far away. So let's see. So he's got yarn hair. So I'm gonna put that down for a second. Don't need the gray anymore. Don't need green, don't need white. You need a thing? Okay. Just tap me if you need something. Okay, so yarn, we got red. We're gonna want a light blue. Green. Looks like a really nice yellow. Yeah. Is that? And then let's get a really deep blue. Alright. So we need like a dot of all of these, basically. So I'm just gonna go through, open them all up. I need such little paint of each of them that I'm not going to bother plopping any down on the little thing, little paint kind of holder mixer thing. And you got like really nice little brush there. Get those out of the way. Okay, so yellow. Where am I? There we go. Now I really have to look at the screen to make sure I'm on camera. Okay, I'm liking the song. I don't know if any of you like electronic music, but definitely check out Booty Mashup on Twitch sometime, because they have a lot of really cool like rock mixes and nerdy mixes. And it's really good music for getting shit done. Okay, we'll do red there. I'm just using the same brush, just washing it off in between colors here. Don't need a bunch of different brushes for the same thing. So the yarn, he also, his little lips. Let's give him his lipstick. And one on the bottom. On screen? Oh, I'm almost on screen. No, I love him so much. Okay, red is done. Yellow is done. Got these three. Get that green. Got slapped with a spoopy sexual sticker. Thank you, Petite Gray. Oh, there is a dog hair on my brush. Story of my life. Dog hairs everywhere. The pleasure of owning a corgi. Or any double coat dog, I suppose. Okay. Do a little nice bright green. I feel like I should talk really softly. Very chill, the Bob Ross vibe. But I don't think I'm that chill. Let's see here, there we go. Why is this not... Oh, let me just refresh this real quick. There we go. Christine's. Yeah, there we go. Got some darker blue. Just keep correcting. I need to put down like a tape X. Little buddy. I keep putting it right here. It's like behind my tip jar. Okay, and then I have this light blue. It's a little wet. That is for the eyeballs. These are each going to be buttons for his eyes, so for that I am definitely going to wait for it to completely dry so that I could go in with a micron pen, not a micron, a Copic multi-liner. Micron, like it's 1997 all over again. But once it completely dries, I'll go in with a very fine tip multi-liner pen and just do little like bap bap on the eyes so it looks like buttonholes. But for that, I think, yeah. Little Mr. Fizzles. Okay. So while that's drying, I have the light green already done on the shirt. I don't have to do any more underpaint. I got it nice underneath that lip there. And the green is nice, the dark green is nice and even. So I'm going to go ahead and glue the two together. This is all from one same piece, so I don't have to shave any parts down or epoxy anything to make it all fit. It's a standard piece. So I'll just do a dot of glue on each side. There. Front, back, side, and side. And then just hold that into place for about 10 seconds, which I haven't been counting. Alright. So there's that. I wonder if I can... I just want like one ear of headphone. There we go. It's really weird to have like these big old headphones, and it takes me out of reality a bit, which I'm not a super fan of. So I think with having one off, at least I know what's around me going on. Okay, just close all these up. And I don't really have to show so much detail, so we'll just pull out here a little bit. That's good. And we'll just move a couple pieces here. Put the blue away. Alright, so that's nice, solid on there now. I use the Gorilla Super Glue. It's like super nice hold, super quick to work with. Just like any super glue, it sucks to get on your fingers, but a little acetone will take that off, probably some skin as well, but cleans up pretty easily. Then I am thirsty. I finally got an actual water bottle. This is filled with coffee. Iced coffee, of course, because I'm not insane. Being summer and all. But it's like, it's a Jacksepticeye's top of the morning coffee. Cooled down with sugar. And then a whole bunch of cream. And then a scoop of caramel ice cream. And then shake it all up. And it's amazing. I highly recommend caffeine for everyone. What is in your mouth? Oh. Top things that all pet owners say. What is in your mouth? Okay. So those eyeballs are dry. Dry's pretty good. It's not like super hot in here, but it's a decent temperature, so things dry quickly. True. What is that? It's a 0.5. Oh, there we go. I want the 0.05. So once I use Copic multi-liners for some of the details. Dice Damsel, hello! I really like the Copic multi-liners as opposed to Copics or Sharpies or anything like that. Sharpies the color, the black will fade and it'll kind of look shitty after a while. But the Copic multi-liners, the color stays really nice and it also won't blur or spread when you do a clear coat on the pop itself, the way that Sharpies or regular markers will do. There we go. Simple as that. 2 tiny little dots for his little button eyes. That's totally blurry. Trust me, they're there. And then that, just looking for some touch up here. I'm going to do a little bit more texturing on his jeans because they're looking a little too blue slack to me. That is almost dried out. I didn't put my little paint thing in the fridge, so the paint's kind of dried out, but there's still some life in there. Just add water. There we go. A little bit dark. I have a dark blue, a light blue, and a white in there. So that way I can get paint everywhere it's not supposed to, like just then. That way I can give it a little bit of texture onto the jeans, with still having that solid color underneath. So it has that like warm look or whatever. Light there around the knees. Get a lot of that dark on there. Just do a light brush there to kind of blend out that light blue that I just put down. So that way when it dries, it's not solid blue. There's like different variations the way that actual jeans would be as you wear them, like on the butt, on the cuffs, on the knees. Just look at your own jeans or Google pairs of jeans if you live in leggings like a normal person. Painting. I cannot see my accent lights at all right now. But I also have the settings of the camera set super weird because it's always so washed out. Let me see if I could. It also could be that the light isn't on, which it isn't. I wonder if that's better. Still can't really see it. Let's expose myself a little. See, that's too washed out. I don't like that. That's too dark. Oh, that. I like that. Nobody needs to see me. Let's just have it completely blackened out. No, okay. Oh no, that wasn't you. I was messing with the exposure and just put it all the way down. Just the goblin voice in the corner. I just need an actual decent webcam for the face part of me. Which I mean I do. I have like a really nice Canon T6 that I could actually set up as my overhead and then use this CS90, CS920, some fancy thing. Use that instead as my face camera, and then I'll have like all these effects and stuff that I can mess with. But that's like a lot of work that I don't want to do. But I did get a new monitor. I have like my current monitor has this huge line like all the way through it because I'm dumb and I broke it somehow. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. So I got a new monitor, and it has an HDMI port, so I can play Animal Crossing on stream if I ever want to do that. If I ever want to stream my fish maze that I created. Okay, so I am just looking at this. This is a different base than it originally had, so I want to make sure that the neck plug fits evenly. You know, see, it's warm enough that those jeans are already dry. And it fits really nice in the front, not so much in the back there. So I'm actually going to carve out just a tiny bit in the back here where there's like a little extra lip of vinyl that can just fuck right off. I got these really easy. They're either woodworking tools or laminate carving tools. I use them as Funko carving tools. And God, I don't know what that is in there. It's like Gorilla Glue or something, but like the foamy stuff. Gotta keep an eye on that signature. This feels like something I should be wearing safety goggles for, so just CYA, if you're doing this at home, wear safety goggles, like just always. Anything I do, assume that you should be wearing protective gear. Including the curry. Future curry. Okay, that's nice and shaved down. We got an even, almost there. It's still just a little. Little back part. This is so hard to do at this angle, but getting it done. Yeah, like I've said before, it's like I work very close to my chest, so having it on a tabletop is a little weird, but but I don't want to stream just the camera over my boobs while I'm carving things.
Watch it.
I mean, if it gets me better tips, like, obviously. Just low-cut shirts and paint and Funkos. Alright, there we go. That's nice and even. So little attention to details like that are really appreciated in the end. especially if it's somebody that takes pictures with their Funkos out in the wild. You want it to look good from every angle. Just put a bunch of glue on there. Actually, that's a very wide opening, so I'm actually going to add some on here too. Cover up some of that old glue. Just wiggle that in there. Okay. Find a better mark for this. There should be, yeah. There's my X. So I'm just holding on to this to make sure that it dries enough to leave him be and doesn't just pop off there. Yeah. Well, there's our little Garth. He is now ready for clear coat, and that is one commission done. Whoops, my finger slipped on your Etsy. That's dirty. Oh, now I'm like super curious. Damn it. I have to look. Oh, ship by date. Sorted incorrectly. Ooh. Oh, sweet. Got one of the Twitch specials. Hell yeah. A bunch of stickers and a custom resin Ouija planchet. Double backed pin. Awesome. Purple base color. I actually be able to do that tonight. No, I should stick with custom Funkos. Make it sparkly purple, huh? Yeah, I could do that. And if I didn't have a bunch of boxes and shit in the way of all of my resin molds, except for this sparkly cat ass one I have in front of me, like if I could access where my molds are, I would totally do that purple right now on the stream, but it would require moving way too much stuff. So I'll have to keep that in mind for the future when I do the streams that are the Wheel of Arting. I didn't have enough prep time to do Wheel of Arting this week, but I want to make that my regular Tuesday gig. Because then I could do resin, I could do boxes, I could do Funkos, I could do charm work. There's so many crafts I can do. Okay, so now I think, who do I want to do? I think resin looks like so much fun. It is so much fun. I think that the last Wheel of Arting I did, I had resin came up, so I did the sparkly cat ass shaker charm, which it's right here. I haven't turned it into a keychain yet, but I did this one in the stream, and it's filled with just a bunch of little plastic bits and beads and things like that to make it shake, that calming shaky sound. And then I did a holographic overlay on it by request, so it's like extra sparkly, sparkle inside, sparkle outside. They picked the actual resin color on the stream, so he just needs a little bink right there so that I could make it a keychain, and then somebody will own a sparkly cat ass keychain, complete with a little asshole in there too. It's great stuff. Okay, I digress. What else we got going on here? But thank you so much for your Etsy order. That's really kind of you. My online shops are basically my entire income during this year, since conventions have gone the way of the dodo, at least for 2020. But we'll see how it is tomorrow. Tomorrow. God. The year could end that quickly. We'll see how next year goes. I have a whole lot of confirmed spaces at conventions that hopefully happen. So I'm just pulling out bodies here, just bodies everywhere. And I'm deciding who's next. I think we'll do a criminal, I'll say Criminal Minds? Can't even remember what my own designs are. I think like over the years I've done over 400 designs. Like 300 of them are probably supernatural, but I've done a lot of Funkos over the year. Let's see, custom Funko J House Dead, I think. Yeah, oh my god, I love when it just pops up. The first image makes my life so much simpler. Save. So I have an order that I sent out there in the world for, oh, that's cropped weird, that must be from Pinterest. For J Halstead, character from, I already forgot the show. I don't make them very often. What was it? Was it Criminal Minds? Some cop guy. Oh, Chicago PD. Sorry. It's all a blur. So I did this order for this pop, and I sent it on out, but the postal service is majorly under attack right now. There's some stuff passed today that it should start to get a little better, but I have packages that have been sitting in pre-transit mode for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then they only show delivered when they're delivered, or they never show that they're delivered. So it's just like, hey, I hope you got that, and I hope you're honest about that you got it. So yeah, either way, I sent out this pop, and it hasn't moved in 3 weeks. There's no tracking status, so we're giving it until the 30th, but just in case, I want to remake the pop so that I have the option to send a replacement out if the mail lost this one. So this is another one it's pretty close to completion. I have to do the head still, but I did all the sculpting on the body armor and the little badge thing. Hey friend, hey Skin Crop, hey bees. I wish there was a better picture of my own artwork on the internet. Where is it? Nope. Oh yeah, Chicago PD. Do I even want to paint a cop right now? I'll do some silver work on it real quick, and then I'm going to put them aside, because I'm not feeling it right now. But yeah, it's basically, this is, if the package does show tracking sometime soon, hopefully, then this will just be an extra pop that I could just throw up on Patreon for dibs. But if not, it will be headed out, because I mean, the client needs their thing. And I'd rather remake it than them just be like, oh, I guess I fucked my life, I don't get that thing I wanted. I got that, and he's got some, I can't remember what that is. Yeah, saw her at Supernatural Day. It was a neat thing. Yeah. I want Supernatural Day to happen again. Kind of bummed that it's not gonna happen this year. But also, like, I don't want to die on a ventilator, so much happier staying at home. Okay, we'll do the little dots there. Oh, dots there. Okay. So there's our silver work. 2 extra pockets there. So that actually requires some sculpting. It's cool, you have like the little mark of the Horn of Gabriel skin crop. Oh, because you cheered 5K bits. Nice. Wait, 5K? Oh, 1K. 1K bits cheering. That's like $10 that you've thrown at me. Just tossing pennies left and right. No rules matter. Okay, we're just gonna put him aside. So I did the detail work on there, but I'm going to have to do some extra sculpting for the body armor. And I'm really just not feeling doing Chicago PD people right now. So we'll put that aside. Bit by bit, I will make this replacement pop, and then hopefully by the time I'm done with it, I won't even need to send it. It'll just be an extra pop for somebody that's a fan of the show. I keep pulling this piece out, so I feel like I should work on it, but there's really nothing much to do on it. I have a lot of nearly completed pieces. Pickup is scheduled today. 1 second.
Honey.
Okay, this dog needs to not sleep behind my chair wheels. Sorry, I had to yell at somebody real quick on my email. Email popped up, and I instantly, so pissed at this person that I instantly had to drop everything and just go and respond. Okay, so this one, let's see, I knew figs would do good on Twitch. Ghost hunting group was invited, so me and my group there for interviews and stuff. I am pull up the reference for this one since we're not gonna finish J. Alright. Full of myself because I'm the first Google search. Oh, I could just copy it. I don't have to do all the stuff with the saving and all that. No, that's way too small. We'll do it on this screen. And then it's way too big. Okay, so let's work on a Crowley. Not Supernatural Crowley, but Good Omens Crowley. Just all the Crowleys. I'm torn on which one I like better. Oh, that's tough. I'm just not even going to answer that. Because I don't know the answer to that. So, I have a couple Crowleys here in bits. They're each holding little apples. Uh-oh, she's stalking herself, right? I Google myself constantly. It's so much easier than actually naming files properly in my folders. 'Cause, I mean, I had to name them properly when I put the listings on my different shops online. And in my actual folders on my desktop, they're probably like Frühligüble or Untitled 74. You know how it is. You know your folders look the same. I like the cat Crowley best. It's a decent cat. The Burger Crowley. Paint. Oh, okay. I'm gonna take off the ring. I need to get used to taking. This is not my wedding ring. This is a placeholder so that I could get used to wearing a ring. But I also have to get used to not working while I'm wearing it, or else it's gonna really fuck it up. Okay, you're trying. I need to do some flesh tone here. All the Crowleys. Already an hour in. For somebody that just likes to stay indoors and not deal with people, I can talk for like hours. I'm just starved for human contact. I just have Alicia and Meg, and I mean, really, that's all I need. Got a friend, got a boo, got a dog. I'm good till 2021. Just get them vaccines rolling. Because I miss flying. It's a Krista Doodles! He says hello, he's chilling here watching with. This is a quality cat. I would love to have a cat. But I can't get a cat. I have a dog. And Lucy loves cats so much. And does not understand that they do not love her. And she's pretty cute with 2 eyeballs. You know, it'd be neat, Funko half Supernatural Crowley and the other one, the Good Omens Crowley. I mean, they both look great in suits. They're both just like fandom alumni. Mark Shepard and David Tennant. It's David Tennant, right? That's Good Omens Crowley? Okay. I get the doctors' names mixed up. I have to think. Tennant is 10. 10 and ant. And that's the one. But I wonder, like, okay, so, I mean, both characters wear suits, black suits. Good Omens Crowley has, like, a scarfy situation. Supernatural Crowley has, like, the brocade silver tie, or just a simple tie most of the time. So what would the crossover be? Other than like Supernatural Crowley wearing a scarf, which he would totally rock. But maybe one of Supernatural Crowley's alternate outfits, like the time when he was dressed up in a onesie for Christmas and had a little Sam Funko Pop. I could get behind David Tennant wearing little footy pajamas with teddy bears all over him. Where are your heads? The question I ask myself daily. When you don't prep for a stream, you just end up with no head. Got 2 bodies. Ugh. Let's see here. So this I'd probably zoom out. Look at this plastic bag. Marvel at its plastic bagginess. Where is the zoom? Okay, so this may seem like a lot of body parts. And I guess it is. There's a few dozen body parts and heads and... Oh, a shake! Oh. So yeah, this is a lot. You never have too many good heads. Yeah, I have. So this is 1 box of body parts, with a few dozen. I mean, just in this bag, there is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's like 9 Crowley bodies in this bag, and that's just one little bag that's in here. So these boxes, I have probably about 60 of them in storage in an RV. Like, the entire underside of my RV is these boxes of body parts. And half of them are even organized. I don't have Crowley heads in here. I finally got one of these, though. I kind of wanted... I wanted them when they first came out. It's a Disney Parks exclusive. I wanted it because I have a line of Supernatural alternate universe Funko Pops that they're all pirates. Thank you, Lucy. But now, just looking at it, I just really like it as it is, so I kind of don't want to rip her apart. because they're vaulted now, but I probably still will. Okay, don't have Crowley heads in there. So we will work on the phone. Oh, there's another box right there. This one has less plastic bags in it. My friend Mia has a closet full of Funkos. I think she has a problem. That's a good problem. There could be a lot worse problems out there. I mean, she could have a closet full of crack. I mean, I guess it depends if it's a problem or if it's a federal crime. Okay, no Crowleys in there, but a whole lot of Spencer Reed heads. Look at these little freaking... Look at these! It's a little hyena with a foot in his mouth. He's got a little footy. I have no use for them. They'll probably end up on Sid's toy chest. But, okay, that's not what I'm looking for. Oh, prep work. Who needs you? We're just going to put Crowley aside for now. And we will instead... do we want to work on a Lucifer? There is a lot of Lucifer love out there right now. It's a walk-in closet, nothing but Funkos. Ooh. I'm just imagining having that much space. Wow. Okay. We'll do a Lucifer. We're gonna do like Misty be like, parts! I actually got something really cool in today. And I don't know if I'll keep it until the next Tuesday or do another stream before my regular stream. But I got a mystery box of 10 Funkos. I have no idea what's in them. It's just random ones that the seller threw in a box and sent to me. But I want to do like a blind unboxing. Okay, Lucy. What? She's like, it's my duck. This is my calling. Producer number 2. She brings the squicks. So yeah, so the 10 Funkos. And I want to take this box and I'm going to put it right here and I'm going to well, it's probably going to be like right here. I'm going to do a live unboxing of these 10 mystery pops and start to finish figure out some custom to make with parts from these 10 pops while I pull them up and then just create and see what we come up with. It could be something completely ridiculous or something super fucking cool. But I'm curious to see what my brain comes up with on the fly like that. So that will probably be for maybe Friday. I kind of want to do a daytime stream. I'm babbling instead of working. Let me find this body. Parts. This is part searching song. It's got squeaks. There's body. Okay. And hey! Mystery, Misty, box fun times. Mystery! Okay, yeah, she wants to just be loud, so I'm gonna let her be. Okay, so we're gonna take some parts off this. We're gonna take part off that. Did I cut his back open? No, that is so this has no neck plug, which is fine because that way I can paint this. Did you ever put olives on your fingers when you were a kid? Funko Pops now. I can actually put my fingers in these. I can't put olives on my fingers anymore. And I don't like olives, so why would I? I'll just stick my hand in other people's martini olives. That's how you make friends, right? Okay, so I'm gonna put those. These, I am going to, you know what though? Bugles. Bugles can still fit on my fingers. When I was a kid, or the last time I had olives. So these two, I need to change a screen here real quick. There we go, and I can actually see this. What is that? That's me. So I need these to be softer. They're pretty solid. So I have this little mini crock pot to my left that I keep on with hot, non-boiling water. So I'm going to pop these in the hot water for a few minutes to loosen them up. I'll be right back.
Ah, you won. You got the squeak. I got the squeak. Oh, that looks like fun. This is fun.
Okay, those are popped in the warm water, and out of the water comes a Castiel head. So, oh, that's right. Oh, suddenly there's all this air around my ears. I need to find earphones that just like sit like right there and don't actually cover my whole ear head. But yeah, this just came out of the warm water, so it is nice and squishy. And you know, I kept grabbing him, I think as a subconscious reminder that, hey, you gotta finish that one. And it's an Asylum Castiel. And now, since he was nice and squishy, the head just popped right on without a lot of effort. Is that a dog hair? I swear. I'm gonna shave this dog bald. That would look awful. Made mine talk. Made mine talk. Oh, now I just want to stick hands. Oh, my hand's so red. I do. Okay, put that aside. While that's getting warm for the Lucifer body, I am going to... I'm going to do a final trench coat base, not a base, a top coat. A top coat of trench. Because this bit has been sitting here for a few days. So there's a couple spots that can just use a little bit of a refresher. On the edges, just a little clumpy paint there. I'll get that off. Do bugles exist anymore? Do y'all even know a bugle chip? Is it a chip? Well, it's not a cracker. It's gotta be a chip. But they're like little funnels. And they had really epic 90s commercials, if I remember right. I mean, everything was pretty extreme in the 90s, but bugles were no exception. Made my black olives talk to each other. Yeah, like totally low budget finger puppets. We don't need those fancy felt finger puppets of animals and things like the rich kids. We had olives. Speaking of rich kids, oh, I got some on the white. This is what you don't want to do, is not pay attention and get a trench coat on your white. I was thinking about this earlier, and I didn't have a chance to see if somebody's done it yet, but so the post office is getting attacked left and right because the government currently is jerks. And I would say it's like one of the arguments that I kept seeing from people is just like, wow, who needs USPS? They need to like charge what like FedEx and UPS do and all that stuff. And I'm thinking like the people making that argument just must have the biggest disconnect about how much postage actually costs and how much postage would be for a small business trying to like survive with no USPS. And it made me think of the Arrested Development meme where the mom was just like, how much is a banana? $9? And it just made me think, it was like, how much is it to mail a letter? $9? And if that meme does not exist, it needs to. I guess I'll make it. But yeah, save post office. It's my only source of income now. I need a rubber band, but I don't have one. Oh, there's another thing. Lucy, leave it. Leave it. How much can a letter cost? Why aren't you opening? I refuse to admit defeat in my battle against this paint container. I give up. My strong wifey. She will open the things for me. She's so cool. Look at that. I bet she could totally open jars too.
Who needs a man?
Alright, so we just get a little touch up there since I fucked up and got some of the trench coat color on his whites. I know you may be asking, wow, that reference picture sure doesn't look like what you're painting right now. That's because I have ADHD. And I hop around a lot on projects. Chat says I loosened it for you. Which is the only appropriate thing to say after somebody opens a jar or something that you failed at.
Well, thank you for loosening it for us.
Okay, Garth is to the side there. Clean paint brush. Well, there's a couple spots of black I want to fix there. And actually, I'm going to fix this so it doesn't do that again. I have this tool here, which I don't know what it is. I mean, it looks like a dental pick, really, but it's definitely not. I mean, I use it for all kinds of things, usually for weeding vinyl, but I'm going to use it to go around this edge here because there must be some kind of dry paint that fucked that all up. Yeah, there you are. Look at that. This is why you don't, like, paint out of your paint caps that I do. Don't do what I do, because then that happens. And then you have to get rescued. An awl. Yeah. Alrighty. Thank you, thank you. I know you chuckled. There we go. Nail cleaner. Yeah, I mean, if I had nails. If I had them! There's another meme for you. I mean, yeah, I use this for all kinds of picking. A crevasse tool. Yes, that is its name now. Okay, so there's a couple spots. This is a factory head. Nothing's been done to alter it, so it's pretty rough. Like all these Funkos, they're factory sprayed. I assume, because the computer doesn't always get it right, or parts just scuff off as it leaves to go be part of the world. So I'm just going to go around and clean up some of the edges where there was some misspray, or the spray line is just kind of faded. Not faded, but like, yeah, like fades off. hairlines, this happens especially with Pops. I was just thinking that pirate Funko that I showed off earlier, which is like the pirate lady in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride that's like rocking on a chair or something. The person packaging it was so careful. It was like double wrapped in bubble wrap and had like a protector case on it and packing peanuts and all this stuff. Every time I see that, I'm just like, oh, they don't know I'm just gonna rip her head off. It's apparently unsettling to some people. It's the best when you get to see it in person, though. Okay, so that is... There we go. Yeah. So he's all cleaned up. Oh my god. Oh, Garth! Okay. No, you don't even have to. You could just put it right in my hands. Oh my god. It's okay, Cass. It's okay. Bam curry. Ah! There's like it's brown white rice and wild rice and golden curry with a bunch of vegetables from my own yard that I don't really grow. They just grow. The water is on a timer and you just put things in the ground and then they make food. And I don't understand why people have lawns when they could have food. Like right there.
Bourgeoisie conspiracy.
Right? Make food, not lawns. Yeah. Okay, so there's an asylum Cass. That is all good to go. And, oh my god. And there's sour cream on there because she loves me. Growing peanuts just for fun. I've never grown peanuts. I can't even think of what a peanut... Would that be a tree or a bush? Or a vine? A vine would be really weird. In my head, I'm picturing a bush of peanuts. I have no idea. Inform the chat. Both. There's tree nuts and there's bush nuts. Which are you growing? Oh, that tastes so good.
Right, surprisingly good.
I mean, this is like all vegetarian, not vegan, because that's way too hard. And cheese. But it's, oh my god, that tastes so good. But the wild rice makes me really want some ground bison. And D's nuts. Yeah, bush nuts, tree nuts, D's nuts. Oh. Who else but the Dead Elvis could come in with a D's nuts joke in 2020 and make me giggle? It's a plant to vine, then like potato plants. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. My phone just made a farty sound. I swear it wasn't me. You'd know if it was me. Okay. So I just keep painting without actually talking about what I'm painting. because I'm still waiting. I want those body parts for Lucifer to be really pliable. Kind of want to make peanuts next year now. So this is a total joke pop that I made based off of Zoolander, and it's a stripper AU Gabriel from Supernatural. So his hair's all slicked back, and he's got the wings. When I'm done, the wings will be gold and shimmery. But he was just right there in front of me, so I grabbed him, because the only thing on my brain right now is those body parts in the bath and this curry. More Zoolander refs, yes. Right, those Zoolander pops are really versatile. One of the ones that I just did, it's already sold. It lasted like 3 minutes. Once the Patreon dibs post went up this morning. But I still have to make his box. But it's a shimmery merman Sam Winchester with his anti-possession sigil there. But yeah, silly little pop using a Zoolander base. I mean, it's such a good base. There's a couple mermaid pops out there, but that one's definitely my favorite. And mermaid pops are great. You can make anything into a mermaid. I could make a Deadpool mermaid if I want. If there is a merman body in that mystery box and a Deadpool in that mystery box, I'm gonna make Merpool. Yeah, I even like the name. That's settled. If that's in there, that's happening. But it's kind of a cop-out too, because I mean, if there's a merman body in there, then I can just... I'm really getting off easy. Just get some of this gold off of there. Q-tips, customizer's best friend. Okay, more curry. That is food. Okay, so to give those body parts just another minute or two. It's already 9:30. We're really off my rocker that much. I kind of feel like 2 hours is a very short stream when it comes to Twitch streamers. So I think the secondary streams that I'm going to be doing at random times during the day, I might do 4-hour streams, because then I could just work on commissions and Patreon dib stuff. And it'll be more of a full stream, because a lot of the art streams I see, they're at least 4 hours, if not 6 or 8. But it's like, it's a little different with crafting than it is gaming. So it's a little different thing. I mean, we played Raft. Yeah, Dead Elvis, like 6 hours. Yeah, like streaming video games, I mean, especially if it has a storyline to follow. I mean, man, I could watch a video game stream all day. Like there's plenty of times that I do. I'll just throw somebody's game stream on and just have it as background while I'm working. So yeah, maybe I'll test out like a 4-hour daytime stream of just what I'm working on. It'll keep me focused, even though I'll be babbling, I'll be working. Because it's very easy for me to get distracted with all the other things that require running 6 different storefronts online and a Patreon and social media and TikToks and YouTube, and there's a lot of desk work being a creative. But I need time to make the art. 6 to 10 hours sometime when I stream. Yeah, totally. And when we played Raft, it was, I think it was 5 hours. All I know is afterwards I felt very tired. I'm very stressed about sharks. But I don't think there's a time in my life where I haven't been stressed about sharks. Because I mean sharks. They're sharks. I feel that. I'm taking product photos right now. Yeah. I was snapping a bunch of pics earlier for stuff that's just being released. Like, oh my god, like right here. I have the Witch Coven that Patreon supporters threw out, like, I want this hair, I want this outfit, and this familiar. So I have holographic stickers of the very first Coven Witch. It's so shiny. They're little owls. But yeah, I was trying to take pictures of those shiny bastards today. and then the anti-possession, the Ebola metallic or rainbow pins. Yeah, there's just all stuff all over the place to take pictures on. Pictures, so many pictures. I just want to put all my new stuff in a box and hand it to somebody, and they do all the things. Taking the photos and making the listings. Like, I have 450 sticker designs now, and Etsy has the most listings of all of my storefronts, and even then, the Etsy only has 200 sticker designs up. So it's very time consuming, and you would think that in a pandemic you have nothing but time, but thankfully I've been busy enough to where I don't. Blessing and a curse. I'm just gonna hit up his pants. Just gonna get up in this stripper's pants. Somebody come get him. Oh yeah, I have a jewelry box that I should probably take pictures of too. I don't know if anyone would ever buy it, but it's one of those little music boxes with the ballerinas, but I took the ballerina out and I made it into a pole dancer and repainted the box for a charity scavenger hunt. But now that the scavenger hunt's over, I have this little jewelry box. So that'll probably end up on my Patreon dibs as well. MistyFigs, join us for Raft Friday night. I think I can do that because I'm going to be doing art stream earlier in the day, like daytime, to keep me focused and get orders out. But Friday night, I do not have any plans because I don't go anywhere. So yeah, I'm totally down with that. What time Friday night? We're gonna do a couple of hours too, so nothing too late. That sounds good. I feel like the entire... I didn't contribute much besides making water and making fish and getting bit by Bruce the shark. And really, that's all I want. I just want to make a bunch of fishing poles so I could just sit there and fish. And make fish. And bake fish. while you guys do all the hard stuff and engineering. I'll be your fisher fig. What was that? Okay, it's your cheese. You're okay. I was also catching fish and dying. I was trying to go through the video. Actually, let me go get those body parts first before I go into a tangent again. I'm going to use my handy pokey stick. It's like she has a Lego, but it's a little piece of cheese. that she can have. One body part. Two body parts. Lucy, it's not a snack. Eat your cheese. They're dog cheese. Okay, one. There. So, yeah, I was going through the video of our raft session. It was Dead Elvis, me, Krista Doodles, and Meg Kirkpatrick, which I can't remember what, I don't know. Meg Kirkpatrick of Twitter's Meg Kirkpatrick. And I was going through the video just trying to find the points where I was jump scared by the shark, because I want to make a little video of that. But I randomly stopped on a point where I had just jumped out of the water, and I look over, and on the screen there's Krista Doodles like yeeting into the air as the shark like comes and gets her. And I was so happy it wasn't me. Because I probably would have just been screaming the entire time. But that shark doesn't mess around. He wants to eat them toes. Okay, so I pulled the hand out of this Crowley body, and I don't need it to be so long. I don't know where I put my box cutter, but so I'm just going to use one of these other random woodworking tools, I think they are. So it'll be nice and short, because I'm going to add it to this pop. I was also catching, I did scream and everyone was deaf for a good 30 seconds. Yeah, that was so loud. That was amazing. Yeah, I need to go through. I need to just put it on in the background, and then just write timestamps down for when to go back and put all the clips together, and for when I finally killed one of those seagulls. Those poor ears. It was so loud. Krista was very scared. It got her. So I got a little piece of glue here for this arm bit, because I want him to be holding a drink. And then I could use the rest of the body to sculpt a new hand holding a burger, because then I could turn it into a burger cast. So there we go. New hand, who dis? It's Lucifer, that's who. Phone is making your stream all choppy. Is anyone else getting it choppy? Is it my internet, or is it... Oh, I thought it was you talking. I thought you were saying, boo, my phone is making the stream choppy. But it's Sean, the screen crop, saying, boo, my phone's making your stream all choppy. Okay, so everyone else is good. That sucks, skin crop. Well, that must be really annoying. I was trying to watch one of Dead Elvis's streams the other day, and my internet was not having it. This is not working for what I need. And that's super frustrating. So escape before it drives you insane. Maybe it'll be better later, or maybe I can catch you another time. Though I'm talking and you're probably hearing eat, oh, eat. If it's being choppy. Okay. So I shaved off that little flower. He doesn't need a little flower. And I'm gonna get a piece of curry because I deserve it. I'm a good person. Sometimes. Okay. He's good. He's white. That reference picture sure isn't what I'm working on. Let me Google myself real quick. See what number it pops up. Custom Funko, Lucifer. I am still the first image. Yes! I'm on top! No, I'm sure it's just because, like, I've Googled myself before, so it's in the images. So that's why it shows up first. And I'm fine with that. Because it means I don't have to do much work. Okay. So it's a pretty simple design. It's a lot of parts. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 different Funko Pops to make one custom Funko, and that's why they're not $12. So I am going to, I'm just going to hit this hand with some white to give the base a little teeth, so that when I go back in with my custom mixed fleshy tones, I only have to do like one coat because there's already a nice primer there. There's a lot of spray primers that you can use, but they stink so bad that I don't like to use them. I'd rather just use a base coat of some just toss paint that I have that maybe it's like I mixed a color and I wasn't super happy with it, so I'll just use that as base coats instead of subjecting myself to the smell of spray paint. Why are you crying? You have cheese. Here's these little, if I remember right, they're like these Himalayan cheese sticks, but they're made for dogs. They're like super hard so that they could just sit there and chew on them and just have a constant stream of cheese into their system, like the way I want to live my life. But apparently she's just sad. She's laying there with her cheese, just flopping her head to the side dramatically. If she was on the other side, I could swing the camera and you can see how pitiful she looks, but she's to the other side. Okay, well, have a good night, Skin Crop. Thanks for stopping by anyway. Oh, thank you for the bits. That's frustrating. I hate when the internet just wants to ruin your good time. Okay, so we got a nice little base there. Everything else on this character, other than his skin that's showing, is black. So I'm not going to bother painting much more on that at the moment, because the head is going to need a ton of work. So this is the head I'm going to use. It's the same head as the head that I was going to use for the Chicago PD one. But it's right there, so I might as well use it. If there's some of you out there that are not familiar with curry, haven't branched out to try Indian food, bro, do it. So good. And a lot of Indian food's super spicy, but you don't have to have it spicy at all. There's like no spices going on in here. And I do love me some spices, but it tastes so good even without it. And you can have any kind of meat all up in there, or no meat. It's just so versatile. Butter chicken is my jam. Butter chicken is amazing. I think my favorite, other than just vegetable curry, because I don't eat a ton of meat. I mean, I eat a fair amount of meat, but I eat more vegetables than meat. Unless there's a pig in front of me. Then all bets are off. But lamb korma is like my favorite non-vegetarian dish. It's so good and it's so creamy. And you can have it mild, but you still have all of the like the flavors. And the lamb just like falls apart in your mouth. So good. Have some lamb curry sometime. Or some lamb korma. Korma. Do it for me. Do it for your country. And have a mango lassi while you're at it. Ooh, yeah. Ooh is right. Lamb korma. And then the vegetable dish that I really like, I'm not even going to try to say it because the word is too hard. But it's like a simple vegetable curry. But whenever I get it at places, there's just, they make it for you, so it's the best. Because you don't have to cook. That's my only reasoning. Other than really liking vegetables. There we go. We got some fleshy bits. We got the hand. Now, notice on the head, I am just completely covering the head with a fleshy paint. Because there's some Funkos that are the literal worst. This is one of them. And with this head, like usually with heads, like I'll just take a Q-tip and some 100% acetone, not fingernail polish remover because it's not 100%, and it's not gonna really work that great. But Q-tip, 100% acetone, you just run it along there and it's gonna wipe off those eyebrows. It's gonna take the paint off of the eyes themselves. Whatever you put it against, it's going to erase that paint fairly quickly. But some of the Funko heads, their flesh tone isn't the plastic tone. So you'll go to wipe off an eyebrow, and then underneath it is like a black vinyl, or like some kind of like the hair tone, or if it's on a body, if the character is wearing all black, then the plastic itself is probably black, so if you wipe off something on the hand, there goes the flesh tone. Like this buddy. So he's wearing so much black that all of that skin tone is just black underneath. So this one, it's all this brown color underneath. So I'm just going to paint over the whole thing so I don't have to deal with that. I wonder if there's like an electrode that you can put in your head that zaps you every time you say like or I would be real life glitching because I'd just constantly be electrocuted. It's like no, it's not your internet. it's just her brain frying. Okay, that's a nice coat. That'll only need another coat once that completely dries. Do you use a spray or liquid finish for the pops? Absolutely. There are a lot of really good sprays that you use. I use Krylon matte finish spray on everything once I'm done, because if you don't, just being in the box, the paint will completely chip off or rub off against any kind of friction, especially if you're playing with it. If it taps a corner of something, that acrylic paint or ceramic paint is going to come off. So you want to definitely give it a clear coat of a matte spray. Matte will give you more of a finish that looks like an actual Funko Pop. I see some, like this one, I wanted it to be super glossy, like he's wet, but otherwise that would not be the finish that I would want for a Funko. Like if you look at the reference picture, it's very matte so it looks like a real pop, as opposed to this just looks super wet. And that's just Krylon gloss instead of Krylon matte. So the difference is pretty intense there. And there's a lot of paints that, or sprays that say they're matte, but they really aren't. They're more of a semi-gloss. So it's about just finding what works best, what gives you the finish that you like the most. What are you? Oh, I never fed her. Oh, she's dying. Yeah, there's a bowl in the fridge just with her kibble in it. It's 9:45. It's 9:45. No wonder she's crying. She's starving. I am the worst dog mom ever. Producer Boo to the rescue. Feeding my dog, making me happy. Opening paint. Just be lost without her. I don't know what I was talking about before. I was distracted by sad dog. Oh, clear coats. Yeah, so try a couple ones. The one, like I said before, I use a Krylon matte finish spray. It's on the other side of the RV. So if I take a break here, or before the stream, I'll grab one so you could see what the can looks like. There's another one that I really loved that gave the absolute perfect Funko finish, but I cannot recommend them because the past year they did something with the recipe, like the recipe of spray paint, or the overcoat, that sometimes when you spray it, no matter how many times you shake it or clean the nozzle or keep it in a controlled environment, you'll go to spray it and then it'll just white. Like, just this film of disgusting white powdery stuff will come out of the nozzle, and whatever you painted before on that pop, completely ruined. And it happened the first time on a pretty basic pop, and I'm like, oh, I got a shitty can. Oh well, because I used this stuff for 6 years on my Funkos, and I absolutely loved it. And then they changed their recipe or whatever, and it happened. I'm like, oh, that sucks. So I bought another can, and it happened with the next can. But it was a Funko that had an insane amount of detail painted on it. Like 2 hours of detail painting with like micron brushes, and it completely ruined the pop, and I had to do it all over. So fuck that company and their new recipe. I think I have an empty can of it still to remind me to never buy it. So if I have that still in my spray station, I'll grab that too, so you can see what not to buy. But yeah. There's also there's a low odor Krylon matte spray that is not the one you want ever, because that low odor stuff, whatever chemical that they put in to make it not smell as strong, which it still smells, and it smells worse than the regular acrylic, but I also like the smell of gas, so don't listen to me. But the low odor stuff will leave... It's more of a semi-gloss, for one. It's not matte. And then after you spray it, it kind of has like a filmy feel to it. It's like tacky. So even though it's completely dry, it's got like a little tack to it. So every little bit of dust is going to collect on it and just make the pop super grimy. Like, if you're ever just gross and don't clean the hood of your oven for like a year, and then you go to clean it and it's just like grime, it'll turn the pop like that. And I know that personally because I am gross. And I always forget to clean the hood of my oven. Don't be like me, kids. Half you probably older than me, that's fine. No, I doubt it. I think one of you is older than me. One in 7 stream viewers remembers the challenger more vividly.
No, get out of that bag. Leave it. Come here.
Haven't you noticed nobody's turned in pupper points for dog treat? I see. That's usually Sean's jam or Skin Crop's jam. So no stream snacks for Lucy. I don't even think I have something that she could have though. Well, there's a little bit of tomato. Hey! Yes! I knew if I whined just right, somebody would turn in. I mean... Okay. Well then, let me find a snack that I could give her. Yeah, you know what's up. Actually, it's my little sweet potato. Want a sweet potato? Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. Save it for the stream. Okay. So, Danny redeemed. Give Lucy a treat. Ooh, a tattoo. So I'm going to... Oh my god, there's so much stuff on the floor. There's always stuff on the floor. Don't get me wrong. I'm running a very busy business in an RV. So there's always stuff on the floor. But let's make it so there's less stuff on the floor. Lucy, I want you right here. Bam! She's such a good dog. She's the best worst dog ever. Okay, got a little piece of ripe tomato from the garden. No, come back. Come back. What are you going to do for it? We did shark cam last time. You going to circle? Do this. Yeah, good circle, good circle. Now lay down. Lay down. Now I'm trying to get her to be good with this trick. She failed miserably earlier, so we're going to try it again. Which hand? This one is on the stream better. Okay. Stay. 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 Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Okay. Ah. Yeah! Lucy got a tomato treat. Star of the show right here. She is on Instagram, as all corgis are. I think when you adopt or purchase a corgi, you have to sign a contract that says you're going to create a social media account for the corgi. It is just part of the deal there. So Lucy is on Instagram, as she should be, at www.instagram.com/look at my fucking corgi. It's her screen name. Look at my fucking corgi. So there you can look at her. Usually it's her sleeping or her sleeping or just looking at the camera. I don't know, what things that dogs do. Sometimes there's pictures of ducks, because there's 7 ducks on the property. And other times there's more sleeping, because she's super cute. Okay, this is dry. This is not what we're working on. Okay, so we're gonna put some more white on that shirt. Oh man, 9:55, it's 5 minutes. I've been talking for 2 hours and my throat's not even sore. I'm getting used to streaming. Chuck, help us all. Okay. I'm just gonna overpaint here because the black got a little farther than it needed to go. So I'm just going to pull that up. There's some textured spots right here. So I'm just going to push the paint in a little bit. There we go. So that's a nice even coat. Shocking. I do love the sound of my own voice, don't I? Better watch out. I might start singing again. Oh, your cheese. The sound of her chewing on this like Himalayan cheese stick thing is very weird, and it, depending on how she's chewing on it, it sounds different. So I'm constantly like, what do you have? "3 minutes, can I finish this pop in 3 minutes? No." There was your song. How do people not sing what they're doing? That is a skill I don't have. If I'm doing anything even halfway interesting to myself, I'm gonna sing about it. Singing about putting my clothes in the dryer earlier, and my landlord walked by. No, was not embarrassed. Just sang louder. Dryer sheets and shit. Oh, I got a slap. I missed it, but I see it in the thing. Linda Belcher style. Okay, that's Bob's Burgers, I think. Right? I've only seen a couple episodes, but I love her. If it's the mom, I love her. And I need to watch all of the episodes. Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to finish this one on stream, but if I just put that there. Ta-da! Thought I was the only one that's saying whatever I do. It's cathartic. Especially if you're doing something, especially if you have the anxieties. Just start singing what you're doing and it'll distract your brain long enough to hopefully pass the anxiety. Maybe? I don't know. Works for me. But okay, it's 9:59. I got 1 minute. I'm going to go over because I'm going to grab the Krylon spray that I use for O'Danny so that you could see what I use and then just kind of look around to find out what works best for you. Be right back. Okay, so I'm a little extra. I got a bunch of them. Okay. This will be my final thought of the night. Okay. So, the stuff that I use regularly is this. No, yeah, that's what I use. Rust-Oleum. Krylon. Krylon is the pieces of shit that does the white spray. Don't buy that. But it's so burned in my head from using it so long. Rust-Oleum is what I've been using the past year. Matte, clear, enamel, superior coverage, durability. You could drop it. You could carry your Funkos in your bag like I do to take pictures, and it doesn't fuck them all up. Stuff that isn't as great. Rust-Oleum matte finish, not the matte clear enamel. This stuff will give like a semi-gloss coat. So it won't have that like Funko feel to it. And then this stuff, Krylon UV Archival. It's good, but it stinks so bad. I turned my bathroom of the RV into like a spray station, like a little thing that goes out and I spray all the things and all that. But this stuff smells so bad. If you use it for anything, it's great for artwork, for pencil and all that good stuff. It will be good, but wherever you spray it will smell like this forever. at least a few days. There's no getting around the smell of this stuff. So if you use it, if you like it, use it outside, for the love of God. But those are my top 3 that I'm liking. The archival is great if you make stickers, especially because it gives a really nice like waterproof coating so that you can make your own vinyl stickers. And then you just put like a clear overlay vinyl on top of it, and then it's like triple coated. Really stuff. Krista, yeah, this stuff. Try it out sometime. Try it out outside, because it is a horrible smell. It's not like regular spray paint. It's like spray paint and rotten garbage. If rotten garbage could be like also alcoholic. But yeah, so those are some of the sprays I use. If I find an empty can, or I'll just find a picture of the other stuff, then I'll show that next stream, or I'll tweet it or something so that you could see the one that's that also does that white powdery stuff that you don't want. And then I don't think I have any other announcements. I'm gonna pop over on my Etsy and shut off that listing that's only good while I'm streaming. I have a couple things already lined up for next week. For next Tuesday's stream, we'll have a special sale item that'll only run during the stream as well. And maybe a new design sticker or something too. We'll see. I don't know. But thanks for hanging out. The 8 viewers that are hanging out here. I'll be streaming Friday with Krista Doodles and the Dead Elvis, and maybe the Meg Kirkpatrick, whatever her name is, something. So I may see you there for some gaming. If not, I would love to see you on Tuesday for more crafting, because I will be doing that live unboxing of the mystery box of Tim Pops and create a custom with it that night. Live. Doing it live! That was probably so loud, I'm sorry. Have a great night, everyone. Bye. Now this is the song where I find the ending credits. Ending soon.